Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the object concept in JavaScript. Before proceeding about what object is, we should look into some important point. The first one is JavaScript is an object based language and everything in JavaScript is treated as object. The second one is JavaScript is totally template based rather not class based. And the third is in JavaScript we don't create any class to get the object, as it is not class based, rather we directly create objects. Now we'll see what object is. So if I ask you about a car, then what are the things will come in your mind at the first? That a car has a 4-wheel or 4-door and a few windows, 3 mirrors, 2 headlights, right? So these are the properties of a car, and a car should have some functions, right? A car can run, a car can stop, we can change gear in car. So these are called the functions of a car. Then the car is known as an object. So an object has some properties and some functions or behavior. So this will be more clear when you implement or create some object in your code. So there is basically 3 ways to create an object in JavaScript. The first way is by object literal. The second way is by creating instance of an object directly by using new keyword, and the third one is by an object constructor, that is also using new keyword. So we'll see these 3 ways in our code one by one. So let's start with by object literal. So to create an object, first I give a name of an object like student, and then I'll define some property of the student. We have to use a pair of a curly braces, and then a student has roll number, right? So roll, and then this is roll is a property of the student, then a colon, and you can give roll like any numeric value like 12, and comma, then you can give name and a colon, and name is a string, so I've give name like Ramesh, and then comma, and then marks is like 100. Okay, so this is a object of student. So I'm not declaring any variable, rather a object, that's why I didn't use the var keyword. So this way we can create a student object, and this process is called by object literal. Now how to use how to print this object in our browser, right? So to print, I'm using the same document.write functions, and to print, first we have to write the object name, which object we want to print. So student, I'm going to print student, and then which field you are going to print. So after that dot, and then roll. So this dot is also called a period operator, and after that you can define any property of that object. So if I now save it and go back to my browser, if I just refresh, you see 12 is printed. Now if I change this role as name and save it, then it will print name, that is Ramesh, right? So this way we can create a object, that is by object literal. So I just comment on this. Now we'll see the another process, that is by creating instance of an object directly. So to do that, first we have to create a variable, that is var student. Okay, and now I declare this variable as an object. So how to do that? So we have to use the new keyword new, and then object. So if I do so, then this student is now, this student's variable now become an object. Okay, now we can just add the fields into it, whatever fields we want. So how to add the field is student dot id. So right now the student don't have any field. Okay, so till now the student don't have any field inside of it, rather a student is an empty object, it has no property or no functions into it. Okay, so how to add a property? So I give student and then dot then id, how we are used to print it before. So this way we can set some id like 13. I give 13. So this way we can access some property of a object, and you can add some value into it. So at the beginning there is no property of the student object, so I create a property that is ID and assign some value into it. Same way I give student dot name and give a name like Ramesh, and student dot marks, and marks is like 20. Okay, so now if I just change this function and print marks and just save it, if I go and refresh my browser, then it will print 20. So this is another way to create an object. So let's see now the third way to create object. Let me comment down this. The third way is by using object constructor. Then, so how to create a constructor? So object is nothing but a function. We already see functions in our previous chapter. So the object is nothing but a function, but it will different than function. So to create a object constructor, what we have to do is, so I will write function and then student, and then what are the property we want to set into student. So there is 3 property we are working on, right? So ID, name, marks, or role, or rather I should say it role. So I say role is one property, then name, then marks. Okay, and then a pair of curly braces, and then we need to, so this function will be called from somewhere, right? So it will call with these parameters. So we need to assign this value into the property of this student object. So what are the properties? So I have a property called role, and then a property called name, then a property called marks. So these are the 3 properties I have, and I assign this role into this role, then the parameter name into the property name, and the parameter marks as into property marks. Now how do you know that this role is this role, not this role? Okay, how your compiler will identify that the parameter role is this role, not this role? For that, to identify that these fields are the property of your student object, for that you have to add something like this. So if you add this keyword, then this role will treat it as your object property. So you have to add this dot before every property of your object. So if you do this, then your object is ready. So this is like a template. Okay, so your object has 3 property, role, name, and marks, and you can create object from anywhere in your code. So once this is done, you can keep this template in a fixed position, and you can call these functions by a new keyword, so it will create an object for you. So we already know how to call a function, that is by that function name student, and I pass some role like 1, name is like Ramesh, and the marks is like 105. Okay, so this is the calling the function, but you are not calling a function, rather we are creating an object. So creating an object, we should need the keyword that is called new. Okay, so this line will return you an object, so you need to store it somewhere, right? So I called a variable called std, and I just assign this object into this variable. Now this variable will treat it as object. Okay, so now we'll see to print this. So if I make it as student std, and if I try to print marks, then what it will return? So go back to browser, refresh, and it printed 105. So this 105, so whenever we call this function, this 105 will store in your student properties, marks properties, right? And it will return whenever you call it. So this is the third way to create a student object by creating an object constructor, and this is the proper way to create an object. We always should follow this way only. This is a proper and perfect way to create an object. So now we'll see how to create some behavior or create some functions inside of a object. So an object should have some properties and some functions also, right? So let me write some function inside of a object. So to write a function and change marks, and I some pass some parameter like updated marks, and what I do that I change this marks value with this updated marks value. Okay, so inside of a function I am writing another function, though this function will treat it as object, but this function will call as a normal function, because we are not going to create any object from this. Okay, so first we have to create an object, then only you can access this function, otherwise not. So I have created this object. So now if I, so now my marks is 105, right? So now if I call std dot change marks and I pass something like 200, then if I print, if I try to print std dot marks, then what should it return? It should return 200, right? So let's see, should we actually return 200 or not? Okay, so it will return nothing, right? So if we open inspect element, and if you go to console, you will see that std.chainMark is not a function. So why is so? So we declared this function inside of the student object, but we didn't declare that this function is a part of the student object. Okay, so that's why our compiler is not understanding that we are calling by using this object, but this function is not a part of this object. So to make it a part of this object, what we have to do is we have to write this dot change marks equal to change marks. That's it. Now if you go back to the browser, if you do refresh, it will return 200 and there is no error in our console. So that's it. So these are all the three ways to create object in JavaScript. We are going to follow the last one, which is by object constructor. So that's it. If you have any doubt or any question, please comment down in the comment section, or if you understand this video well, please give it a like, and see you in the next video. Thank you.